Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a 10-minute glowy, dewy makeup tutorial. I know I have a lot of natural looks on my channel, but you guys seem to really love it. The last video I uploaded was more of a dramatic look. It was a drugstore fall makeup tutorial, so if you guys are in the mood for something dramatic, I'll link that below. But if you want something dewy, healthy, natural, something you can do on a daily basis, this tutorial is for you, my friend. I am so excited to be partnering with Bobbi Brown again for this video. It's going to be a fun one. I'll be using a ton of different brands as well, but of course, I'll be using some of my favorite Bobbi Brown products throughout the video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Now, I know I've talked about this quite a lot over the past few months, but this has definitely become one of my favorite products to prep my skin with. It's just super hydrating, and it's also one of those products you can use as a moisturizer or as a primer, so I love the fact that I can just do my skincare routine in the morning, but still prep my skin with this and give it that extra hydration and extra love that it needs right before my foundation, or even if I'm not wearing foundation. It just creates a really nice canvas, gives it a nice dewy finish as well, which I love. It just instantly hydrates the skin. It feels so soft on the skin. It's definitely a cult classic. Okay, now that my skin is super soft and smooth, I'm gonna move on to the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. And again, this just hydrates, primes. It's kind of a two-in-one product as well. So I like to apply a generous amount under my eyes because my under eyes are always very, very dry. So I just put a nice and generous amount and really massage this in, and this helps to really soften and smooth the under eyes, but it also plumps it a little bit, so it's kind of nice for prepping the under eyes for your concealer. As you can tell, my skin is glowing. It's just super dewy and healthy, which is exactly how I want to prep it for this kind of a makeup look. Moving on to my foundation, I'm going to be using this M Cosmetics Cushion Foundation. This one's great because it's got SPF 50, which is really nice, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a kabuki brush. It does come with a little sponge, but I always end up losing those, so I'm just going to use my kabuki brush and really get this all over my skin. And I'm only going to use a very thin layer of this because I want my skin to just look very healthy and natural and dewy. I feel like the color of this is a tad bit light for my skin tone, but I will bronze it and kind of bring back some color. Okay, I'm happy with a light layer of this foundation, so now I'm going to move on to my bronzer. I'll be using this Milk Makeup bronzer. I use the same kabuki brush to really get this on the hollows of my cheeks and then kind of blend it everywhere. So I'm not necessarily contouring with this, as you can see. I'm just more bronzing with this, bringing some color back. And then I always like to also apply this on my jawline a little bit to chisel it. I have this breakout here that makes this side of my face a little bit more swollen because it was a big one. It's kind of going down now, but it's still there. I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply this under my eyes. And this is in the shade Natural. I'm also going to apply a little bit on the imperfections to try and hide those a little bit better, and then just blend it in place. This is nice because it's full coverage, but it does look very skin-like and natural on the skin, which is what I like, because I do have quite a bit that I like to conceal, but I still love that natural skin-like finish. So that's why I've been really enjoying this one. And I have it in two different shades. A lot of times I'll use a lighter one under my eyes and this one more on the face. But today I feel like because my base is kind of light, I don't want to bring any more brightness to the skin. So a little bit of this concealer goes a long way. I feel like I'm pretty happy with the coverage, but I am going to set everything in place so that it doesn't really move throughout the day. So I like to use a translucent powder and just apply this under the eyes and also where I have larger pores, because I feel like it just mattifies the larger pores and you just really can't see much of it. It kind of just diffuses it and blurs it. So I definitely recommend using powder, but then everywhere else you just want to leave it as is because I think it just looks really beautiful when there's a lot of like glow and natural dewiness to the skin. I'm going to move on to my highlighter, and I'll be using this Dominique Cosmetics highlighter. This has become one of my favorites. It's the Golden Dew. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to use, again, the same brush, and I'm just going to apply this on the high points of my cheeks. And it just gives it a really healthy glow without looking too shimmery or glittery. It's just like that perfect dewy finish. I'm also gonna apply a little bit on the center of my skin and above the eyes. And then for my blush, I'll be using the Persona Cosmetics in Georgia. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. I feel like I definitely need some color because I'm looking a bit pale. So I'm just applying a little bit on the apples of my cheeks and then kind of working my way up. It already just looks so much better. A little bit of color goes a long way. Ooh, that was a lot. All right, perfect. I'm gonna brush my brows up using the Glossier Boy Brow, and I'm actually gonna just use the clear one today instead of a colored one. Usually I like to use a colored one because it kind of fills in the sparse areas and brushes it up, but today I'm keeping it simple with the clear one and just brushing it upwards. I love a brushed up kind of model-esque brow look. For my shadow, I'm gonna keep it super simple and I'm gonna use this Ilia eye tint, and this is called Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint in Chromatic. I think that's the name of it. There's a lot going on. I'm just gonna apply this all over my eyelids, and I know that it was starting to crease a little bit, but this is gonna help kind of just mattify everything once I blend it in. So I just directly apply it all over, and then you can use your fingers or you can use a brush and just blend everything in place. You do have to be kind of quick with this because once it's dry, it's a little bit hard to move, which is nice because once it's dry, it's not really gonna crease on the skin. And then I'm using my big brush to make sure there are no harsh edges. I tried doing a bun today. You can't really see on camera, which is a bummer because it looks so cute in person. I just learned how to do this bun where you can kind of see a part in the middle, and I'm obsessed with it. I keep trying to play with like different variations, like up, down, low bun, high bun. Anyway, I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply some mascara. For my mascara, I'll be using the KKW Beauty one just because this is a really natural one that still coats your lashes really well. I love this one so much. Just a few layers on the top lashes, not the bottom. We're getting ready to leave for a nice little road trip. We're going to Sonoma, and we're doing like a little wine tasting week. It's gonna be so much fun. So this is gonna be really nice to have on the road. Very natural, dewy skin. To finish the look, I'm gonna just top it off with a gloss. This is the Persona Cosmetics gloss in Hibiscus. And I'm just gonna use my finger to really blend this in. There's this little hyperpigmentation that I have on my nose that always looks like a bad contour. So I always try to like fix that at the end as well. So I'm gonna put a little bit more concealer there. It actually happened this year. I don't think I've ever had this before. Just gotta work with it, you know? You see how it just looks like a contour, but it's not. Okay. So that is it for this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you want to see next in the comments below. I will be down in the comment section hanging out with you guys, answering questions, so be sure to head on over there and hang out with me. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.